Welcome to channel update for the channel and the community for November 2020. My name is Nilaus. If you haven't seen me before, this is what I look like. I can't help it. It is what it is. So we have two big topics to talk about. Basically, one of them is about the DMCA. That's not like a youth hostel thing. It's the Digital Millennium Copyright Act of 1998. And the impact this has on my channel and specifically on what's going to happen on Twitch. And the other thing I really want to talk about is sort of the challenges of branching out for me as a content creator. And that's the two big topics we're going to talk about today. So let's start with the bad news, I guess. Basically, we know that this copyright strikes and copyright claims and all that stuff that's been lively here on YouTube for a long time, but YouTube has a really solid system for dealing with it. It's not fair, it's not anything, but it's a robust system for dealing with it, and it works quite often. Twitch does not have it because they just didn't really care, I guess. They just thought it's not going to happen. Except lately it has happened. So a lot of Twitch channels have received hundreds of copyright strikes, and Twitch is getting overwhelmed with it. And they go now like, whoops, you should probably delete all your stuff. And even if people delete all their stuff, then they still can be subject to copyright. However, that being said, the safest thing is to basically delete all your stuff on Twitch, which is insane, right? So that means it's not really relevant for me. It's not very relevant for me because it's mainly a lot of people on Twitch have been playing radio in the background or playing games like GTA where there's actual radio on the radio and that plays copyrighted songs, and then you are screwed. I should not be so susceptible because I only play games with in-game music. However, stuff like Star Wars has some good old Imperial March, and that is definitely subject to copyright claims. So what am I going to do? Well, the bad news is that I am going to be extra safe because this is my livelihood and I can't afford to get some random copyright strikes that are unfounded because there is no recourse. If you get copyright strikes, 3 of those, they can happen immediately at the same time. If you get those, your channel will be deleted, you will be banned from Twitch, and there will be no recourse. You can never come back. That's it. So that's kind of not something I want to happen. So I'm going to be extra careful, and I don't give a shit about all your comments about that's not actually how it works and it's fair use. I don't give a shit. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not going to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars battling the RIAA in a US court. Go figure. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete all the VODs on my Twitch, all the clips on my Twitch. And that means Twitch will be only for live content. And after a stream, I will have the VOD. But as soon as I move it off the site, I'm going to delete it. So that means from very soon, I will be having all of my VODs stored somewhere else. And that comes back to the point about I'm going to resurrect my VOD channel on YouTube. Let's just have a look at it. I'm just going to slide myself a bit to the side. Boop. There we go. This is the VOD. This is not the VOD channel on YouTube. This is the VOD channel on YouTube, right? Yes. So as you can see, I have some Twitch stream VODs, and I've migrated all the Oxygen Not Included. I have migrated the Assassin's Creed that we're playing now. I am in the process of migrating all of the Factorio launch. And as soon as that happens, then I'll start deleting stuff, and stuff that goes further back that I don't really feel is necessary to keep, then that will just be gone. So over the next weeks, I'm spending an awful lot of time on migrating things over, setting it up, doing all the check marks. There's an incredible amount of manual actions on YouTube to get things up and running. So that's basically where it is. But that means you should subscribe to the Nilaus TV channel. It's going to be in the link in the description below, the top line. Hit it, subscribe to it. If you want to watch anything there, I really appreciate it. The thing is, small YouTube channels like mine, like this secondary, there's no monetization, so there's no ads. Hey, good, no ads. Except that means it's just an awful lot of time I spend on it, and there's not even any ad revenue coming the other way. Not that I expect that to be any kind of moneymaker. The other thing I should mention is don't comment on the videos. I'm going to find out a way to disable comments completely because as soon as I start updating the spam accounts that YouTube for some reason don't fix, they just keep adding comments, so I'm not even going to bother looking at comments ever. So I'm going to disable comments on this channel completely if I can figure that out. Just so you know. So don't leave comments there. It's not worth for it. Leave it in the Discord channel instead. So that's I think that's enough about that little issue. That means VODs will be expected to go away on Twitch, but they're not going to go completely away, and that means you can look at it on YouTube. Now, some of the really cool moderators of the channel are actually looking at options, because if you look at these VODs, they will not have the chat, and there's a lot of me interacting with chat during the live streams, and that will then unfortunately not be there. So what we're trying to do is figure out if we can extract it, compile it, mash it together without it being a stupid amount of additional work. It also means that the future Factorio channel, Factorio videos will actually go on YouTube instead of being on Twitch. So that's how it is. But anyway, I'm going to come back to it, and please subscribe to the channel. If you want to watch VODs, then that's where you should do it. And you can also speed it up with the YouTube algorithm, which is kind of okay at speeding things up and still being somewhat intelligible. Now let's talk about another big topic that is on my mind. And I've been mentioning it in the past couple of updates, and that's about sort of the branching out, about I want to do other stuff than just Factorio. And I know that as soon as I say this, everyone goes like, oh my god, are you abandoning Factorio? I'm obviously not, but I'm also obviously not going to play Factorio 6 nights a week and also only upload Factorio content on YouTube. I want to do other stuff, and I think that also some of you want to do other stuff. So there's been a lot of cool games coming up lately. We've had Doom Eternal DLC, we have Sekiro, we've had Assassin's Creed, and soon we have Demon Souls and Cyberpunk, of course. Now, this is where it's tricky for me. I was going in strong with this. I was really just going, yeah, I'm gonna be generating a lot of content and made this really, really cool. And I have to say it's really cool. My Let's Play of Sekiro, and it's not really getting any views. And I've been sort of kicking myself and go like, well, what am I doing wrong? Because the content is there. The content is good, in my opinion. I mean, completing one of the hardest Souls games without dying a single time, I think that's a pretty nice achievement. So, and I explained the lore, and I do uncover all the secrets. So I think it's really worthwhile. Of course, it's an older game, but it still checks out. So the same with sort of when I play Assassin's Creed, I just don't have the same viewership as Factorio, obviously, because all of you are coming here. You came here initially from Factorio or for Factorio, and that's what I have to accept, is that if I choose to play another game, then there's going to be some kind of a subset of the core community. If the 100% of the community wants Factorio, then if I play Oxygen Included, maybe I get 70% conversion rate, because hey, it's kind of the same. If I play Satisfactory, I'm not going to right now, then it may be 80% or 75% of my Factorio viewership, plus maybe a sprinkling of additional. But if I play something like Sekiro, it might only be 10-15% of the community who also find that interesting, or find my narration style to be interesting enough that, hey, I'm going to watch that one as well. So that's just something I need to come to terms with, and it would be so much easier if I just had 500,000 subscribers and the equivalent views, because even then 20% would be enough. So right now, that means that I have to accept that it's going to be a very small group that also want to watch some of the other stuff. So basically, from my perspective, it's not, the audience is not going to come by itself just because I put stuff on YouTube. Everyone knows that. You can't just put stuff on YouTube and build it and they will come. It doesn't work for YouTube. So the thing is, I really appreciate all of you who are watching my non-Factorio content, like Sekiro, like Assassin's Creed, and hopefully Demon Souls in about a week's time if I get my PS5. But what allows me to do that is really just, I can't live off the ad revenue on this, but I want to do something else. And this is where sort of a nice segue into the patronage, because patronage is the core of how this whole thing works. The fact that a lot of you are choosing to support me and the work I do on the channel. I know that a lot of you, let's say 90%, are supporting primarily because, hey, awesome Factorio content, keep it coming, I want to support that. But what it actually does is it enables me to detach a bit from doing the stuff that is the most popular, because I don't need to do clickbait titles. I don't need to do, oh my god, YouTube faces on my videos. I can do it in a boring, classy, I don't know which word you want to do, style, so that I describe it, because I am not 100% relying on ad revenue on YouTube. And that's because of the patronage. So thank you very much for all the people who are supporting on Patreon. It really is what allows me to keep doing what I do here. And I'm going to continue to do masterclasses. I'm going to continue to do Let's Plays here on YouTube for Factorio. Don't worry about it. I'm already planning the next series on YouTube. The patronage just allows me to not chasing the next clickbait. It allows me to do stuff that I believe is valuable, so I can do this Sekiro, and I was really happy about doing it, and I enjoyed it a lot, and I've enjoyed so much the comments coming back from it, but it's not going to pay the bills. The patronage is. So thank you very much for that. So let's talk about what's upcoming and what's happening both on YouTube and on Twitch. So on YouTube, Factorio, as I said, we are nearing the end, I would say, of our Death World. It's really progressing. We have a nice big base, and speaking of that, I've had some recent issues on the Death World series with biters just not attacking, and they just cluttered up. I talked to Clonen from VOOP, and he tested it, and it's fixed in 1.1. So isn't that awesome? So our issues is actually something that's, of course, with Factorio, it's already fixed in the next version. So I'm super happy about that. So that means I need to start working on my next series, and I got some really cool things coming. I can't reveal anything than a teaser, and it's gonna be backwards. It's basically gonna be a backwards series, and I think that's gonna be really interesting to try that. So that's all you get from now. It's gonna be about I'd say about 2-3 weeks until we start the next one. I also want to make sure that it doesn't start at the same time as my new Twitch series. So want them sort of not starting at the same time. So that's masterclasses. There's continue to come, because as long as we can come up with ideas. So by all means, let me know all of your ideas if you're a new player or if you're a veteran player and there's something you just feel like, hey, this is kind of a mystery to me, and there isn't a masterclass for it, because by now I think we have 30 masterclasses. It's kind of ridiculous. And we're getting into sort of more meta topics like power management and UPS updates, performance improvements, or sort of performance optimization. So it's some really sort of other topics, and obviously they are not going to be as popular as this is a main boss, this is a city block. But I want to do it anyway, and I want your ideas on future topics for masterclasses. So do keep it coming, and I want to continue this. One masterclass a week should be definitely doable. They take a while to do because there's a lot of research and setup and editing and recording and all that stuff. But I really want to do it. So other non-Factorio stuff on my YouTube channel. That's well, there is the Sekiro. I think I've mentioned that, haven't I? Do check it out. So that's a Let's Play, and it's just there. And I started and then stopped, and then I started again. And Assassin's Creed Odyssey Let's Play. No, Assassin's Creed Valhalla Let's Play. And the thing is with this game, it's such a weird game, because there are so many things about it that's annoying. But as soon as I stop playing it, I kind of want to go back, because there's this immersion in the world, and if you're in the world, I think that my main gripe with it is that I want it to be better. It's a good game, but I want it to be the best game, and it's not the best game. It's a good game. It certainly has some flaws, particularly on the writing part. The writing is not great for the side stories. The main story is pretty solid, and I want to just figure out this Assassin's Creed world. So what I'm going to do on Twitch, I'm going to do free roaming. I'm going to explore everything. I'm going to do all of that stuff. And I don't know how that's going to be, but we'll come back to it. But on YouTube, I'm going to have a daily episode, which is really focused on the story part. So that if you want to sort of understand and learn the story and want to be part of that journey, do watch the YouTube part. Because I also realized that if you join a Twitch stream of a game such as Assassin's Creed, then suddenly you're like, okay, where are we? Who are these guys? Why are we helping them? What is the main goal? What are we working on? What secrets have we uncovered? What do we know about the story at this point? It's really difficult to keep up. So that's why I have the YouTube series, which is very focused on the storyline and will not really do many deviations from the storyline, only the bare necessities in order to sort of get the necessary upgrades so we can stay alive. So I hope you want to support that, and it's coming up at 1 episode per day, running at 4 p.m. I think that's where I want to aim for it. And hey, that's pretty cool. Other things, well, I'm going to start playing Demon Souls soon, so expect also some Demon Souls content on YouTube as well. Oxygen not included. It was a surprising success when I streamed it live on YouTube or on Twitch. So I mean, I want to do more. I definitely want to do more with Oxygen not included. There is sort of rumor about an expansion coming out this fall. So when that comes out, that might be just a great opportunity to really dig into that. Unless, of course, it collides with Cyberpunk, but you never know. So let's move over to Twitch and see what's going on over on the Twitch channel. So if you are primarily a YouTube watcher and my stream times, well, just let's start with that. I'm streaming at Twitch TV/Nilaus. I'm streaming 6 nights a week. It's 8 p.m. Central European time. If that fits for you, I would love for you to come by, if nothing else, just to say hi. And a lot of people who just came by to say hi find out that it's really cool to hang out and you can yell at me in real time. That's the main advantage, instead of just typing away in the comment section. So you can really yell at me in real time. Do feel free to do that. I just love it when people come over from YouTube over to Twitch and hang out for a short time or a long time or forever. So, Factorio on Twitch. I have a new series. It's going to start on Sunday. So be sure to follow that. And if you miss it, it's going to be on my VOD YouTube channel. So do check it out there afterwards. So what is it going to be about? It's going to be a Krastorissimo series with Factorissimo buildings. If that didn't make any sense to you, do watch it. Krastorissimo is an overhaul mod that changes a lot of things. It's very balanced, and it just basically makes the whole game just, I'd say, 30% bigger. And there are some new processes. And the reason why I want to do that is because I don't want to just go in and stamp down my masterclass blueprints. I want to go do some new designs. Then we have Factorissimo. That's basically some magical buildings that are bigger on the inside than the outside. So you build these big warehouses, you go in, and then you have some room to build. And that also gives some very nice constraints for design. And that's what I really enjoy. So I love doing new designs, and these two things combined will allow us to do some cool designs. Now, of course, as always, when I stream on Twitch, I have this Twitch interaction where anyone who donates or subs or gift subs, that always should have an impact on the game. And I've chosen a new way to do it this time, so that when there's a hype train, it's a Twitch feature with some events in a row, then that will be sort of a way that whoever is top donor on the hype train will be the one who gets a building placed in the world that will just come crashing down and destroy things underneath it if I don't build carefully. So that's basically a way for me to give something extra to the people who are so generous at supporting during the live streams. It's right now there's just a little icon that you keep and then it's gone next time, but I want to give something extra, so you will be having a perpetual building in this series. And I expect the series to run at least 2 months, so definitely for the rest of the year, and then we'll see what comes afterwards. So that's going to be Tuesday, Thursdays, and Sundays. But next week, since it's start of the new series, I might do a few extra streams. So do check out my schedule. There's a link. There's a schedule on Twitch, and there's a schedule in Discord. So there's no excuse for not keeping up with my schedule. If you wanted, you can always tune in at 8 o'clock at 8 p.m. Central European time and just see what's up. But Tuesday, Thursdays, and Sundays are usual Factorio, but things might change once in a while. And the other days, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, will be for other games. Currently, that's been Assassin's Creed, but I'm gonna take Assassin's Creed off the evening. It's not a popular enough game. It's not good enough game to be taking evening slot. So I'll be throwing in some workshops and some extra episodes of Factorio. And then as of Friday, when I hopefully get my PS5, then I will be starting playing Demon Souls on Monday, Wednesday, Friday until it's Cyberpunk time. And because that's going to be there. I may be, and this is a big maybe, I'm not promising anything, but again, check out my schedule. It's going to be updated every Sunday. Then you will be seeing if I want to do a few more or do some more Assassin's Creed Valhalla free roam on Twitch. I find it funny, it's interesting, but it has to be more relaxed than evening. My evenings are that's my main event, so that should be for Factorio or trying out the new game. But Assassin's Creed is going to run for a long time, and I can't just allocate 3 nights a week to play a game that like this, that story game like that. It's just too much time to It doesn't fit, but it's really good for a morning stream if I can get the morning streams up. So I might do 2 morning streams a week or something to that effect. Again, check my schedule. Speaking of which, I also have a new thing here on YouTube. I've done it a few times, 3 times, I think. Every Sunday, I do a community post about what's going on in the next week. I think that's actually working really well. I don't know what you think. Let me know. Did you even know that there's a community tab on YouTube? I can actually just slide over and show you, if I can. Here, switch to that one. There's a community tab where you can see I post things about what's going on in the community. So I do encourage you to check that out. That's also a good way to stay updated on what's going on, what's happening here in the channel. Upcoming games, the big one is of course Cyberpunk, but also Demon's Souls. And then of course, since I'm getting a PS5, hopefully, then there will be other PS5 games that we definitely want to do. And I might just do a God of War. I'm a competent God of War player, and I really want to play it. And rumor has it it's updated to 60 FPS, so it's gonna be really nice and crisp. So, you know, I might do a God of War. Just let's play it like my Sekiro one. But I might also wait until the hype for the next God of War comes. And my expectation is that's going to be like the spring. Right now, at least, there's definitely enough stuff to dig into with Assassin's Creed, Demon's Souls, and Cyberpunk just around the corner. So definitely a lot of things going on. But do not fear, Factorio will still be at least half of all of the stuff I do, both on YouTube and on Twitch. But the rest of it, that's the spice, that's the dessert after the main course. So I hope you want to be joining me for both the main course, the Factorio main courses, and also for the desserts and snacks and aperitifs and all that good stuff around the main course, which will be all the other stuff. So I just want to thank everyone for subscribing to the channel. It's lovely. It's awesome. Joining the Discord server where there's lots of activity. I'm not able to keep up with all the stuff that's going on there. And of course on the Twitch, it's amazing to see so many people joining for my Factorio streams. It's great to see that we can keep that alive despite the hype of launch going away. So that's really nice. And of course, my biggest thanks always goes out to the patrons who are supporting the channel. Without you, it just wouldn't be possible to do this. So thanks everyone. I hope to see you either here on YouTube, over on Discord, or on Twitch. Thank you for watching. And as always, stay effective.